Hey everyone, it's Baljit. Welcome to Ultra Healers. I'm going to talk briefly about anxiety. I know that a lot of people have been facing anxiety lately because of the pandemic. Myself as well. I've been facing certain amounts of anxiety. When the pandemic started, I was traveling from India to the United States, and then India got on lockdown, and I was experiencing just this feeling of a little bit of fear. I have a son as well, a small 1-year-old baby, and he walks around touching things and putting his hands in his mouth, and that combined with the fact that I traveled and I have to quarantine myself, it led to a little bit of anxiety. But most of the anxiety came from actually stopping alcohol and stopping caffeine and just being completely on a natural circadian rhythm during all of this stuff that's going on. And when you do all that, when you are on a circadian rhythm, a lot of things will surface up that you've been brushing under the carpet for a long time, like stressful situations, post-traumatic events that you've been kind of hiding from, or covering it up with caffeine, alcohol, or any other substance. And a lot of these things started surfacing up, and it started triggering a lot of anxiety in me. Basically, it would, small things like even smelling certain types of perfumes or soaps or toxic pollution, that kind of stuff, would trigger this anxiety, shortness of breath that I would get, and it would result in not that much of a heart racing experience, because I've learned how to control my breathing, but it would result in me not being able to catch a deep breath of air for quite some time, and that would result in future panic attacks, because when you are experiencing shortness of breath, that itself is a trigger. You go into this anxiety loop where you are experiencing this physical symptom and you get some anxiety, and then you experience the physical symptom even more, and then you get even more anxiety, and then you experience it more, and you go into this loop, and to break out of the loop is pretty difficult. So I wanted to briefly talk about anxiety in this video. I'm going to make another video that's going to have a lot more detail in it. I also have an Instagram Ultra Healers account where I post a lot of amazing facts about health, and I write certain amounts of information on a sheet of paper, and then I post that. So that has a lot more details, and I'll review all of that stuff in a future video. But in this one, I just wanted to briefly talk about how debilitating anxiety can be, especially for somebody who has generalized anxiety disorder or a history of panic disorder or panic attacks. I didn't realize I have generalized anxiety disorder. I don't want to call it a disorder because it can somewhat be controlled. I'm not really in favor of medication. However, there have been times where I've had acute situations, and I've had to go to the ER or something like that, and they've given me medication to fix the symptoms right away. Now, I'm not a real fan of long-term medication. I'd like to do things naturally if it's possible. I know in some situations it's not possible, and or you might need the help of some medication, but that's not my expertise. I mean, I do know quite a bit about that stuff, but I'm not a doctor. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, medication, you should talk to a psychiatrist or a doctor. That's my disclaimer. I'm not trying to give medical advice here. I'm just letting you know about my own experiences. So, I've had certain types of, the main symptom I've had from anxiety is shortness of breath. And the shortness of breath can be so debilitating that I lose sight of everything that's around me, and I'm just concentrating on getting that breathing routine back. And I feel like I've been covering a lot of it up, a lot of this generalized anxiety issue. I've been covering it up with you know, drinking caffeine, drinking alcohol, you know, and just going through that process over and over. And because I stopped drinking caffeine and alcohol, I was experiencing a rather huge amount of this anxiety, panic, just an overall feeling of doom, like something bad's gonna happen all the time. You know, even from certain foods, I would get anxiety, like what kind of ingredients are in here? Are they gonna cause me to have shortness of breath? Certain drinks, even juices, what's in here? This combination of juices, is it okay for me to drink? Is it gonna cause anxiety, shortness of breath? I mean, even like workout supplements, you know, protein shakes, for example, not pre-workouts or anything. Protein shakes, even that I had to like put aside for a while, because I don't know, you know, it gets to the point where your brain starts thinking so much, overthinking everything. This loop just is so exhausting. So some of the things that have actually helped me through this process is I've concentrated a lot on waking up in the morning and just going for a run, you know. Even if you just go for like a 20-30 minute walk, that can reduce your anxiety symptoms. So exercising definitely is number one on my list of natural ways to help reduce your anxiety. After exercise, when you get the blood circulating, it's really good to sit down and meditate for like 20 to 30 minutes. You know, focus on a mantra or focus on your breathing. You can actually do deep breathing while you're meditating, but that was my number 3 thing that I was going to talk about, is deep breathing, which is like pranayama in the yogic culture. So there's so many different types of breathing exercises, but you can use a particular one type of breathing exercise works really well for anxiety, and that's breathing in for like about 4 to 6 seconds, holding it for about 4 to 8 seconds, and then breathing out with your pursed lips. So I'm going to give you an example. So if you do that a few times, it can actually lead to you yawning, and yawning can usually helps me with my shortness of breath. It helps me catch that breath back. It also helps relax your system. So that combined with meditation has a tremendous effects on your body. Meditation, you know, helps put your brain from chaotic state of like beta and gamma to more of a relaxed state of alpha and theta. And it helps calm our nervous system. We have this sympathetic nervous system and this parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is the fight or flight response, the stressful response, the cortisol release, the running away from the tiger if it comes in front of you. The parasympathetic response is more of a calming response, like when you're about to go to sleep or when you're sleeping, even when you wake up in the morning. When you drink, you know, non-caffeinated green tea with the L-theanine, you know, it can trigger your relaxation response. When you're getting a massage, when you're going to the chiropractor, when you are doing talk therapy or cognitive behavioral therapy, that's all really good for the parasympathetic nervous system, which is more of a calming state. Speaking of parasympathetic nervous system and, you know, cognitive behavioral therapy, I think cognitive behavioral therapy or some sort of talk therapy is really important for anxiety. Just even calling a friend and talking to a friend about your issues and sharing, you know, ideas back and forth can be very calming. It can help you get that, you know, lower your heart rate, lower the trembling feeling and the nervousness and irritability feeling of anxiety. And you know, anxiety has a lot more symptoms than just shortness of breath. I mean, you can get like this weird tingly feeling. You can get like jittery, shaky, rapid heartbeat. You can get this just feeling of worry and doom. You can get digestive issues, and just lock up. Your body feels locked up, and you just feel like something weird's gonna happen, and it's just complete stress and complete fear. So there's a lot of different symptoms that are associated with anxiety, which I'll talk about in the other video that I'm going to make in more detail. So yeah, so talk therapy is another great natural way to help reduce anxiety symptoms. So another thing that I've been trying recently is acupuncture. I've only had a few sessions, so I'm not really too sure about the full results of it yet. But from what I know is acupuncture is really good for your energy. It's called chi energy in Chinese, and it's called prana energy. The yogis call it prana energy in India. And what prana is a energy flow, because your body isn't just a physical body. You also have layers of subtle bodies that react to energy like electromagnetic energy from the earth, from the sun, from the sun, electromagnetic blanket around the earth, and different types of frequencies that interact with your body. And your body is a combination of physical and subtle energy. So because your atoms have like spaces in between them, you're actually full of quite a bit of air. So in the Indian culture, it's the yoga culture, we talk about earth, wind, water, fire, space, and these elements are what your body is comprised of. So you don't want to have any blockages. When you have blockages of energy in your body due to unhealthy eating or not exercising, you have this blockage of chi energy, life force energy gets blocked in your body. And when that happens, you can start feeling unease, and unease leads to dis-ease. So what you want to do is you want to help that energy flow continuously. It's kind of like feng shui for your body, or Vastu Shastra in the Indian culture for your body. And you want to basically make sure that all these energy channels are clear. They call that where the energy flows through, they call them nadis in the body. And you want to have proper energy flow. So for proper energy flow, you can use acupuncture. Multiple treatments are required for this proper energy flow. There's also this thing called chi machine, where you put your ankles into this, it's like a small box-shaped machine that swings back and forth like this. And you put your ankles in there, and it makes your body wiggle like a fish. And about 10 minutes of doing that is equivalent to like 5,000 steps of walking, or more. So I do that for about 2 intervals of 10 minutes each. And as soon as the chi machine turns off, you just feel this like sensation of chills running up and down your body. So I know something is happening. I can feel the energy when I'm using the chi machine. So all of these things combined are a really good technique for lowering your anxiety levels. Another few things that I've realized that can help is saltwater baths, hot saltwater baths, because not only are they relaxing just sitting in hot salt water, but it also has magnesium, which helps lower your stress levels. And it also has other minerals that can help lower your stress levels as well. A couple of more things that I wanted to discuss is obviously eating healthy, because we have neurotransmitters in our brain like serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, norepinephrine. We have these neurotransmitters that need a healthy balance, and due to whether it's due to drugs or alcohol, or it's due to just a genetic issue, or it's due to just a constant experience of stress and worry that has led to anxiety or depression, superfoods, a lot of vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, legumes, fresh vegetable and fruit juice, These are all things that can help balance these neurotransmitters. And along with that, I don't want the video to go too long, but just a few more things. Weightlifting, yoga, massage. These are all exercises that will help improve blood flow, improve chi energy, life force energy, and it will help your parasympathetic nervous system. It'll help you feel this sense of calm throughout the day. And if you do it over and over, your body will go into this automated low anxiety state or no anxiety state. So these things have been really, really helpful for me. And I'm still working on finding the right balance, but I've been able to lower my anxiety at least 80% using these techniques. So I hope that this video really helped you from the bottom of my heart, because I know how debilitating anxiety can be. And I hope that you guys share this video for other people who are suffering or struggling with anxiety. Thank you very much. And if you like this video, please like it. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm going to make a better video or more detailed video about anxiety coming up soon. And thank you for following me on Ultra Healers. Take care and have a wonderful day.